Above the Savanna, the living stilt-walking tradition of the Banna people. Across the sun-drenched plains of southern Ethiopia's Omo Valley, where the horizon shimmered against the swaying golden savanna, a singular silhouette often breaks the skyline. It is a figure of impossible height, striding with a rhythmic, ethereal grace through the tall grass. These are the stick-walkers of the Banna people, a community that has transformed a pragmatic solution for survival into one of the most visually arresting customs in East Africa. This practice, far from being a mere spectacle, represents a profound cultural evolution, the journey of a survival tool into a celebrated ancestral craft and a rigorous rite of passage. From utility to art, the survival origins of stilt-walking. The Banna did not originally take to the skies for theater. Instead, the tradition emerged from the unforgiving demands of the Ethiopian wilderness. In the ancestral memory of the Banna, life on the ground was often a gauntlet of environmental hazards. Walking on elevated stilts provided three critical strategic advantages: safety from predators. Historically, the Omo Valley was a prowling ground for lions and hyenas. By elevating themselves, young boys herding precious cattle could keep their feet safely above the dense grass where predators lurked, minimizing the risk of a lethal surprise attack. Navigating the marshlands. During the deluge of the rainy seasons, the lower Omo Valley transforms into a treacherous mosaic of mud and standing water. Stilts allowed the Banna to bypass insect-infested swamps and parasites, traversing the saturated earth without direct contact. The human watchtower. As the ultimate bridge between utility and art, the stilts functioned as mobile observation platforms. On the flat expanse of the savanna, these human watchtowers granted herders a commanding vantage point to spot stray livestock or identify approaching threats from miles away. It was here, in the gaze of the community, that the practical herder began his transition into a public performer. Technical mastery, the craft and the toe grip. The construction of Banna stilts is a testament to the Banna's intimate bond with their environment. Each pair is born from the bush, crafted from weathered, sturdy local wood, selected for its resilience. Rather than using complex joinery, the walkers utilize the natural architecture of the trees. The footrests are often formed from natural forks in the branches, or meticulously bound crosspieces. To master these stilts, which can soar to precarious heights of up to 10 feet, requires more than just balance. It demands extraordinary muscular endurance. The walker must employ a specialized toe grip, physically grasping the vertical pole with their toes to maintain extra stability. This constant tension, coupled with the need to navigate uneven terrain, makes every step a feat of extreme physical discipline. The Tewa identity, a rite of passage. As the presence of large predators has receded in the modern era, the functional necessity of the stilts has shifted toward the social. For young Banna males, the practice is an essential demonstration of agility as a virtue. Those who master the sticks are known as Tewa. To be Tewa is to be recognized as a man of courage and coordination. For unmarried men, the stilts serve as a stage. During community gatherings, they use their elevated stature to draw the eyes of the village, signaling through their poise and strength that they are prepared to take on the weight of adult responsibilities. Ceremonial transformation, chalk and celebration. The true artistry of the Banna tradition is unveiled during weddings and harvest celebrations. Here, the stilt walker undergoes a striking visual transformation, painting his body in intricate stripes and patterns of stark white chalk. These ghost-like figures, towering above the crowd, engage in what can only be described as high-stakes performance art. In the eyes of a cultural anthropologist, the performance is a rich metaphor for life itself. The wobble, the inevitable tremor of a walker high above the earth, is viewed as the sign of youth, inexperience, and the fragility of the uninitiated. However, it is the recovery that matters most. The ability to regain balance after a slip is the symbolic mark of a man ready for leadership. A young man's reputation hinges on this recovery. To fall is a failure of discipline, but to wobble and then steady oneself is the ultimate proof of a man who can handle the unpredictable wobbles of communal life and responsibility. The modern shift, preserving ancestral ingenuity. The Omo Valley is changing as modern infrastructure snakes through the landscape, reducing the daily need for herding on stilts. Yet, the Banna have not discarded their heritage. Instead, they have reclaimed it as a vibrant marker of social identity. In the regions surrounding the hubs of Genna and Kiafar, the sight of a walker remains a living, daily reality rather than a museum piece. Did you know? Even today, the tradition is a point of immense cultural pride for the youngest generation. It is common to see Banna children practicing their balance on the roadsides between Genna and Kiafar, ensuring that the ingenuity of their ancestors remains a visible and celebrated part of the modern landscape. A connection to the past. The stilt-walking heritage of the Banna people is far more than a curious gymnastic feat. It is a living bridge to an era where survival required a creative elevation of the human form. By maintaining this connection to their ancestors' ingenuity, the Banna continue to rise above the Savanna, embodying the resilience and adaptability that define the cultures of the Omo Valley.